This is question 15 from test 1, section 3, page 370. So this is a very common kind of problem, and it looks very overwhelming at first, but it's going to follow a general pattern that you're going to see in several problems in the new official SAT study guide. I'm going to start, always with these kind of problems, you should start by foiling the first expression in this case. So you're going to FOIL, and you're just going to keep the variables as variables. So when we FOIL, we get AB x squared plus 2bx plus 7ax and then lastly plus 14. And we're told that this is equivalent to, whoops. We're told that this is equivalent to this expression here. So I would just reproduce this right under the expression that you FOILed out. And I'm using this color coding very deliberately because now what we want to do is we want to make an inference, which you can always make for this kind of problem on the SAT. I'm not going to get into exactly why mathematically this is a sound approach, but I am going to just let you know that for the SAT, this approach will always work thus far in all the sample problems given. This kind of problem actually was in some of the old SATs as well, and it was the same general approach. Okay, so what you can do, there's a strategy. One clue to why it always works is because they say this works for all values of x. So you could plug in an x value, but really it's not necessary. So what's going to always work for this kind of problem is your term with x squared is going to be the same in each expression. So therefore, we can infer that AB equals 15. We can also infer, which we'll use later, we can infer that 2b plus 7a equals c. So basically everything that is with the just plain old x is going to be equivalent to whatever in the other expression is with just plain old x. Okay, so now in the actual question, we're told that a plus b equals 8. So we know that our factors of 15 are 1 and 15 and 3 and 5. So we know that we have to go with our 3 and our 5 because only 3 plus 5 gives us 8, which we're told in the question. Now the last step is just to plug in a equals 3, b equals 5, and then also b equals 5, a equals 3. So we're just going to plug those in because the question is asking what is c. So let's just plug those in and get our answer. So we'll have, for this first one, 2 times 5 plus 7 times 3. This gives us 31. And then we know what the answer is then at that point, but we might as well just plug in the second one just to be sure we didn't do anything strange. Okay, so plugging in this set, 2b will be 2 times, I see I flipped them. I had already done this one, so now I'm plugging in, I just wrote it very stupidly. See here, I have the exact same thing. Okay, so we want to have the opposite, which I'm doing strangely again. Okay. So we want to see what happens when a is 5 and b is 3 because this is the other possibility. Okay, so then when we do 2 times b, we get 2 times 3 plus 7 times a is 7 times 5. That gives us 35 plus 6, which gives us 41. So then we can feel confident about picking D. The last step always, double check that you answered what they were asking. In fact, they were asking for the value of C. So we know that our answer is right.